Alright guys, what is up? And I'm coming at you with the update of my fake card collection, because you guys do know I collect fake cards like nobody's business. Like, every single trade binder vid, I've gotten at least one person asking me for if I want some fake cards. I always tell them sure, and then I just end up getting a bunch of fake cards, which is really cool of them. But I'm just going to go ahead and go over my collection so far with you guys, for everybody that hasn't seen my channel yet. So I'm not going to just say on every single thing, hey, go to my channel, watch this, hey, go to my channel, watch that, hey, go to my channel, watch that thing. But yeah, let's go ahead and just go over it really quick. Some sealed fake boxes for like $1.25 a piece at Goodwill. At least that's what the sticker said whenever I got them from Chaos Realm wanting a trade. I traded him my Pokemon card collection for these and some other stuff, which was really nice of him because he had a pretty good amount of fakes for me to collect. But yeah, I just have random 5Ds cards on the front, some whites, black wings, infinities, things of that nature. And then he had this weird fake box, which all these boxes still have cards in them, by the way. Just kind of show you guys, for everybody that might say, oh, you don't have cards in there, that's stupid. You hear that? That's the sound of fake cards. And all these little boxes right here came with like a bunch of like random cards, like 10 or 20 cards, and a foil was guaranteed there, and it was always ultra. And this one's just like your generic fake cards, like a weird foil, the wrong colors, broken English effects, and just really goofy. And then some fake copies of the original starter decks, Joey, Kaiba, Yugi, and Pegasus. But for some reason the Kaiba one, they called it the Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon, with Kaiba on the front, with Blue Eyes White Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon, and Blackluster Soldier. Which I think Red Eyes might have come in Legend of Blue Eyes, but I'm not sure, and I'm not 100% sure about Blackluster Soldier either. I think he just came in Invasion of Chaos as like his Envoy the Beginning version, and then the other one just came in the Yugi deck. But yeah, just kind of show you some more stuff, and for some reason they spelled Legend wrong, which is weird, but the reason I'm holding this is because this card isn't insecurely. All the other ones are still sealed with their plastic on there. This one is just loose, and the card will slide around like crazy. So it's not 100% centered like it should be. And I say that loosely because fake cards, they don't really have a standard. It's just, hey, we're ripping off Yu-Gi-Oh cards to sell to kids and unsuspecting family members who don't know the difference between a real product and a bootleg. Or people like me that just collect fake cards for fun. They're like at a flea market, they're like, oh, cool, fake cards, and then you go and buy all of them. And then the vendor's like, they probably knew they were fake, so they just went ahead and bought all of them. But I did have to tape this box for some reason, because the edges keep coming undone, because a lot of these boxes are falling apart just from age, and the adhesive that they used to seal them with wasn't very good. Yeah, but then all these little decks, they just come with one complete, I say complete deck, it's just a random assortment of cards, really. Just sealed. I'm not going to open these, just for the fact that it's kind of cool to have sealed fake products after all these years from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! And then you get an instruction manual. For some reason they all have Joey on them, which usually they do have corresponding books to match the deck that you're buying, like you would get a Yugi manual or with Kaiba or whatever. And for some reason the Yugi one doesn't have it, but the others, they have these fake mats. And when you unfold them or just look at them, you can tell that they're really tiny. Like, here is a random maxi, take it out the sleeve. And that's how big it is. You can see it's a lot bigger than the zone that's supposed to go on. So, this mat's really tiny, which is weird, kind of random. I thought it was really hilarious when I first got them. I was like, wow, they gave you tiny mats. Even more of a ripoff. And it doesn't even fold correctly. Like, you can see, there's a little bit of, like, extra paper left over. But besides the size difference, they pretty much copied, the original mats pretty well. And then all the cards that come in these decks is just like one random foil from some random set, and then a bunch of commons from Labyrinth of Nightmare. I'll just show you really quick. Like you can see the Sword Hunter. I don't know if you can tell it's set, but it's from Pharaoh Servant. And all these other cards you can look up a complete set list online, but all these cards are from Labyrinth of Nightmare. And for some reason they have this really weird texture on the back. Like, it feels like wood furniture, to be honest, is what the texture reminds me of. Because like it's smooth, it also has like a gradient to it. I just realized something on the back is St. Joan. There's like a 0 printed on the back. It's kind of random. Well, I guess if I put these cards in sleeves, if I ever make the decision to, I'll go ahead and make a fake deck, which I already do have a couple fake decks put together, because me and my friends sometimes will have fun duels with fake cards. And actually, I asked to do a fake deck profile a while back, and I am in the process of making one. I'm just kind of still looking at the deck and just making it a somewhat decent deck. But yeah, that's it for all the fake decks. And this Blue Eyes Cartoon Dragon. I know I said I wouldn't do this, but this upload is fairly recent, so go look on my channel for the Blue Eye Cartoon Dragon pack opening. But it's just a really goofy box, and of course it does still have all the cards in there that came with it. And then onto the packs. Since I already, I guess I consider those boxes, I guess. It's kind of like a special edition in a way, because you basically get the same amount of cards. But these 3 packs right here, they're all, actually I opened those. I got them in a trade a while back from somebody. I forgot what the guy's username was. I haven't really talked to him in a while. But he traded me some really cool fake packs. He got it like some weird shop in Chinatown, I guess. But he sent them to me with all the cards in them and some other singles he had in his collection, which was really cool. But I went ahead and opened them and put the cards in there in this random assortment of boxes, which I'll get, and this random assortment of singles, which I'll get to later. And then all these right here are still sealed. They're just rip-offs of the original sets, the original booster packs. Magic Ruler, Pharaoh's Servant, Labyrinth of Nightmare, Metal Raiders. But just compared to like a regular pack, let me just go ahead and get one. It's just a sealed, not really factory sealed, just like a random resealed blister pack of Spell Ruler. But you can see how like on the bottom of the card it has that weird like line that they used to seal it, and this one they don't. It's just really cheap, like squares, like a grid pattern, I guess. Kind of random, just really cheap. And then I opened up a couple packs, 2 of Labyrinth of Nightmare, 2 of Metal Raiders, and they're all the same thing really. Just a random foil. This one's from Pharaoh's Servant, and then more commons from Labyrinth of Nightmare. So except for the foils, I have a complete set of Labyrinth of Nightmare. That's all fake. And the same thing, but this time it's actually a Labyrinth of Nightmare foil, so I have 1. I just don't have all of them. And same thing in these packs, I'm not going to go over. And then the singles. Mainly the singles, the main things people want to see out of fake collections is like Exodia pieces and God cards, or when I say Exodia pieces, I mean like Exodia limbs. And those fake all-in-one Exodia cards, so I'll just go ahead and go over them. I have an ultra rare. I say ultra rare because that's what they printed off of, Exodia and his left arm. But they're in English, but for some reason they have the OCG artwork where it's a star, which I guess whenever they brought it over to the TCG, some people would think it was a pentagram, which is kind of weird. I think it's what it's supposed to be, but I think it's just a star sometimes just to look cool. But yeah, they're just fake Exodia pieces. Look weird. And then these just generic fake ones that have goofy names, broken English effects, made up monster types like Warrior Junta Dot Effect Land, even though he's a dark monster. And then sealed right wrist, they even got it wrong. I guess the person who's looking at it said, oh, my right hand, this is automatically the right card, even though the way Exodia would be facing, that's his left arm. And then of course the all-in-one Exodia is Dark Enchanter, which I got with my first bundle of fake cards about 2 years ago. Whenever I was at school, me and one of my friends were playing in class, we were having a couple duels in class, and like somebody said, hey, I got some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, do you want them? And I was like, oh, those are fake, and he just gave them to me for free, so I was like, cool. And we were just going through it laughing at all the memories of elementary school having fake cards. And then these goofy ones like Dark Enchanter. I've seen one where actually the artwork extends off of the picture slide, and I really want to get one of those. It looks really neat, but nobody really has those really cool fake Exodias. It's just kind of hard to find. Really, that's the thing. But it does look really neat. And then these Chinese Exodias, I really like this artwork, to be honest. I think I would have an Exodia card with this actual artwork, but I'm sure they stole it from like the manga or something, or DeviantArt, I don't know. The same thing. These two are basically the same card, just darker color, really. And this one did have like the fake foil on it, but it peeled off because a lot of these fake cards are just really cheap, and the cheap foil that they have when they're peels off. It's like the fake kind that looks like this, just your generic one. But limitless offense hour force, fighter effect. And his effect says that while the Dark Master released, all monster with endless offensive will be destroyed. And he's a sound attribute. And then the backs are pretty much the same thing, just this one's cut different and color's a lot darker. So that's the fake Exodia cards. And then the God cards, this really cool Obelisk the Tormentor with an alternate art. I like these God cards, I like the alternate arts, it's really neat looking. It makes me wonder where they get them from. Who knows. This one actually copied the blue back, which is weird because normally they just copy the back of a normal Yu-Gi-Oh card, but the original God cards, they had colored backs. It's just really weird looking. They actually did copy the foil thing, but the letters are rare, but everything else, like the entire card's hollow basically. It's kind of random. And then a fake English Obelisk the Tormentor. It says it's from the GBI set, but the letter, like the text at the bottom says this card cannot be used in duels in English, even though the GBI set was in Japanese. Plus this one's not hollow, and there's no holographic sticker in the corner, and it has a normal back. And then just a Chinese obelisk, really. And then your generic slappers, it says Sky Dragon, God attribute, the wrong attack and defense. Just really weird looking. Then just a really dark one with weird font, and again, God attribute. But for some reason on the back, it says Yu-Gi-Oh, but it doesn't say Konami. So I guess it's just Yu-Gi-Oh, just not the official Yu-Gi-Oh. Then Chinese one, English one. This one's actually half decent looking, just minus the dark color and the weird weird quality paper that they're using in the back's wrong color. So except for coloring and just a very minor nitpick, it's supposed to be a limited edition because it's a GBI God card. And then the sticker would have to be gold, but other than those two things, it's really not that bad looking of a fake. And then onto the Winged Dragon Raw. Yes, all of these are fake Winged Dragon Raw cards. Helios Pterosaur, just really goofy. Elusive Divinities Beast Race. Singing's fairy, like fairy belongs to singing, it's weird. Singing's fairy holding the great power that charged the world, life, anima, and anatomy. And then parentheses, Helios of the Egypt myth, symbolizing sky and terra. Don't know what that is. And also it's just really dark, and for some reason the holographic parts overall, like the little points on his elbow and shoulder and his claws, are extremely dark for some reason. You have to hold it like at a certain angle, and you have to play with it a lot to get the light to hit it right in order for the holographic to actually show up. And then Magic Dragon with Wings, he's called like a spell card, and the Eye of Anubis is just really dark. It's really beat up. Then Magic Dragon with Wings, which is kind of misprinted, but the misprints and fakes aren't really, I guess, valuable. Some people value them really high, which is ridiculous, because they're fake. And plus there's not as much quality control over fakes as there are real ones. So if it's a fake misprint, no big deal, it's just still fake. But they messed up the picture to where it's shifted down a little bit. You can see all the printing errors, and the attributes really blurry. But it's basically the same thing. They have a Legend Beast Junta. Fairy is saying powerful strength is charging the world. That means they spelled means wrong. All the life ghost, so much as skeleton. And then just more of your generic Winged Dragon Raws. God attribute. Animal God in Legend. The spirit is singing the megodic power is the master of the universal nature, including life, spent, and bones. Pretty cheap. Pretty cheesy. Very fun to read. And then just your typical Winged Dragon Rock, because it's the most counterfeited Yu-Gi-Oh card ever, I guess. Because in the anime it was so powerful. And then just a Chinese one. A holographic Chinese one. Another holographic Chinese one, but the name's shorter. It's kind of weird. Pretty cool. But some of the characters do match. You can see that basically they added on these, they took off these two first characters, just kind of looking at it. I don't really read Chinese. Just kind of matching up the characters really, but it's pretty neat looking to have a holographic one. This one's my favorite out of all of them. Because one of my friends, he'd bought a collection of cards in junior year, because this was when we were first getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And he'd bought some guy's shoebox full of old cards, and this was in there, and he traded it to me, which was really cool looking. I kind of like this one. But sadly, like all fake cards, they're cheap, and they peel really easy. So it's just this, and then underneath it, just like a thin layer of holographic. If I can show it without messing up the card too much, you can kind of see it right there. And then, of course, you're just English ripoff ones. Another English ripoff, Obelisk and Slifer. I don't know why this guy was in there. Red Lotus, Monster Duo, Yiza. And then me and my friend's fake decks. I've only made 2 so far. But I count ritual monsters as extra deck monsters when we have fake duels because I don't have the ritual spells. And they just kind of work like synchro monsters, except for you don't need a 2. You just need 2 monsters with the exact levels. And then just summon it out, really. Pretty fun. But I'm not going to go over those. And then this stack's just random Chinese cards, because recently I went to our local mall, and this guy that runs a collector shop, I'm pretty good friends with him, because I do shop there regularly, so I'm like one of his best customers, I guess. But, he'd recently purchased a couple collections from people, and he'd bought a binder. And the guy that's tried selling the binder thought he had something pretty valuable, and he proved to him that all of his cards were counterfeits. So the guy was kind of disappointed, so he just bought the binder for like $10 or something like that. I forget exactly how much he said. But he sold me the whole binder for like $5. And then he had a big box full of some other fakes that the guy brought in. And sold them to me for a nickel a piece, and normally he prices them like regular commons, which are like 15 cents. So I got it for a third of the price, which is really nice. And then I bought some other real cards in that trip, and it came out to be like 18 bucks, which is a really good deal. So I got a bunch of cards. And like going through the binder, there were a couple real cards, but they're mostly just random junk commons. And I did find a Secret or Sinister Serpent in there, which is really neat, but it's nothing too expensive. Yeah, a bunch of these older ritual monsters look really cool. Chaos Emperor Dragon, which for some reason has the wrong attack and defense at 1700 and 1200. I don't understand that. And then just some other fakes that I've got from random places. For some reason, Tribute to the Doomed is a quick play. Prohibition, Kisatai, Trap Jammer, Blue Eyes Ultimate, and Dragon Master Knight. And then your typical fakes. This is one of the boxes from a deluxe edition. I think it's from Legacy of the Valiant, but it doesn't really matter. It's just the size of the box. Like every single card in this box is fake. Just kind of a quick sample. Some of the cards, like these ones, I couldn't fit in there, like sitting with the rest of them. I just kind of have them off to the side, but yeah, these are all fake. Like there's the Gate Guardian and all 3 of his pieces. Some Gravekeeper cards. These character cards are really cool. I'll get some more of these, and I might get some more in a trade. I'm just waiting for a guy to respond. Mechanical Dragon. Pretty neat looking. He was one of my favorite cards as a kid, kind of because he reminded me of the Red Dragon Thunder Zord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Season 2. Skeleton Loving Demon, Rock Version Devil Love Fake. And some more random cards. For some reason his set number is 002. No first edition, just the code, no sticker. Kind of missing some random stuff. Butterfly Mantis, Talent Playground, Dinosaur Egg, Black Carusi's Magician, Black Devil Master. Chaos King Dragon actually got his attack and defense right. Superior Fighter. Also, Super War line was a really cool looking card. Now I got a fake one. And then I got a couple of these random spells and traps that have stars on the other side, but I call them ranks because, you know, it's on the other side like an Xyz monster. Again, some more spells and traps with stars. I always thought this guy looked cool. Another Butterfly Mantis, Name Point, XYZ Dragon King. You can't see half the card because I guess they just scanned a copy of the Seeker and didn't care to put the foil on there. Wheel-Oriented Gun. And half of these cards, the foil's peeling off. Like, you can, like, just thumbing through it, it peels. That's just weird. And really cheap. Mechanical Dragon, but actually got his monster color right. Aged Incantation. Humanoid Worm Drake killed the Disciple of Primal God, and it's a rank 6. Dog Sufferer, Saint Knight Dragon. And I just realized something about this card. They actually have his picture zoomed in a little bit. Like if you can look at this, and you see the picture of CRU, or whatever his name is. I don't think I have one on me right now, but if I could find one, I'd show it to you guys. They actually have his picture zoomed in. Like you can see his whole body, but like parts of his toes are cut off, so it's like a zoomed in picture of Saint Knight, or CRU, whatever his name, however you pronounce it. The Pink Eyes Gate Dragon, that came out like a McDonald's pack or something. Then Millennium Shield with the second artwork. Blue White Dragon, which is a dinosaur. Sentry Robber. Giant Wood 8 Team, again, more porno fake cards. Crazy Animal. Shaping in Magic Field. Flame Swords Hero. And Water Dragon. And then I'm not going to go through the rest of these because Lord knows how long that would take. But that's just basically my fake card collection so far. I'm not going to show the rest of this in future parts, but once I get some more cards, I'll show you what I get. But yeah, that's it for possibly, I guess, the biggest fake card collection on YouTube, really. If you guys have any fake collections, feel free to post it as like a video response or like private message it to me and I'll be glad to watch it. Or if you have fake cards you like to trade, just let me know on my trade binder video and I'll probably trade them from you or something for a good deal. But hope you guys enjoyed the fake cards and I will see you guys later.